Today we're here at Ensign College asking students what General Conference means to them. But first, let's talk about what General Conference is.
General Conference is a semi-annual event where leaders of the church share messages of guidance, inspiration, and faith in Jesus Christ.
It's a time for members to gather around the world, whether in person or via broadcast, to receive counsel and learn more about Jesus Christ.
Let's hear from some students about how teachings from General Conference have impacted their lives.
I think it helps renew me for the next good chunk of a year. Helps me know where I need to be focused on and then use those teachings to affect and change my life and the lives of people around me.
There was a time in my life where I was very doubtful in my faith because I was like, why am I not getting all these revelations and all these answers when I was like, I live in Kirtland, so I'm like, I feel like I should have a little bit more answers and all these things, and I'm like, why am I not getting these answers? And then the General Conference talks, Pillars and Rays, was given, and that was like an immediate answer to prayers, is how I'm going to have all these little things that are going to happen in my life that's going to affect me in a longer, bigger picture, in a sense. Like, it's all going to add up to one big ray.
I think it's always a great opportunity to have the apostle or general authorities to address us on many different type of topics. I would say it affected me in my life because I found it more profound for me. I mean, it's like kind of like modern scriptures. So it's really interesting to have like them talking about things we already know, but with a modern point of view, kind of. And it's always nice to have scriptures and also the explanation and also the teaching of people that actually live in our time.
Well, my approach with the General Conference is that God will be speaking to us through His living prophets. So oftentimes when I go to General Conference, I'm taking notes of things that I have to apply after General Conference. So it has affected me significantly because I try to apply what I've learned in General Conference in my daily life, and that has drawn me closer to the Savior Jesus Christ.
We've seen themes of hope, resilience, and charity in recent conferences. How have these messages influenced your thoughts and actions?
I feel like I've been more conscious of my actions because, like, ever since President Nelson talked about being trusted and capable disciples of Christ, I've thought about that more. And like also the peacemakers talk, that has been a big one because I'm gonna be so honest, me and my family don't always get along the best. There's always like some little contention, and so when hearing that talk, that was kind of like a switch in my brain of, okay, maybe I'm the problem and maybe I need to be the peacemaker. And so I decided that I needed to be someone who should be helpful and someone who isn't so negative.
I mean, that's a good question. I think when you hear something and it really touches you, the next step is kind of like to implement that in your life. And I would say some of the talk, especially from Jeffrey R. Holland, Elder Holland, really touched me when I was a young kid, you know, or like a teenager. And I think it was just like trying to, he invite us sometimes to do a few things. And I would say to just act upon this. And then when you just try to add those things in your life, then He bless you with a lot of things. I mean, Heavenly Father bless you with a lot of things. And that's how you can always try to find like the perfect settings for yourself. It's try to implement that in your life and then try your best to like understand why you want to do this and why it's important. And then based on that, you can see like the blessings coming up, and the more you receive blessings, the more you want to add upon you, you know. So it's just like a vital spiral. It's like an upper spiral, yeah.
I actually think that General Conference has a big impact in my life. So I'm from Mexico, and one of those thoughts that I heard when I was that it was like pursue your goals. So because of those advices, I think I had the opportunity to study here at Ensign College.
General Conference is known for having memorable moments and stories. What are your favorite talks or messages from a recent session of conference?
Oh, there's this one talk by Elder Brad Wilcox, and it's called "O Youth of the Noble Birthright." And it's like one of my favorite because it like talks about how we as disciples of Christ have like the responsibility to be like different from others, and how we have to like shine and like stand out.
I would say Christ-like Poise by Mark A. Bragg, because when he gave that talk, I was serving my mission, and it just talks about kind of having a calm, cool, and collected kind of attitude about what you're doing, and that really helped with my missionary work, me becoming a better disciple of Jesus Christ, and just really having control of just like what's going on around me by controlling myself.
I would say it was from, actually I have it right here, April 2024. It's from Ulis Suarez, and he was talking about how confident we can be through the covenants we made with Jesus Christ, you know. And I like this because, you know, it's always hard to like be obedient or something. We all struggle with like something like this. And I would say it was really interesting to see how through obedience and like making covenants, even if it's like, it can be like baptism or like going through the temple or just like sitting down or praying like God, saying, okay, I'll make sure I will follow this, and then please bless me with like confidence and everything. And then I think it's like kind of like this, you know, the more we involve ourselves in the gospel and we try to follow Jesus Christ and his example and try to involve ourselves more into this, the more we're confident in those type of things, to be obedient and to follow his example and all of that.
As we've heard today, General Conference holds a special place in the hearts of students here at Ensign College. We're excited for the upcoming session of General Conference and encourage everyone to tune in and find the message that resonates with them.